Welcome back, pond hoppers, to Small Ponds, Big Dreams, where humble beginnings meet unstoppable ambition. On today's episode, me and the boys are going to go over our combos that we currently have in our arsenal and what we use them for and what tactics we like to run on them. Also, some of more combos that we look to get into the future. We also have the lure light this week with James, who just is hot off a hot trip at Vanwert Reservoir, hitting a few on the bait that he's talking about in the lure light. Hope you guys enjoy today's episode, and I'll catch you on the next one. Well, what is up, boys?
Hey.
Hey.
How is everybody on this kind of chilly Saturday? A little dingy out too.
Feeling lazy.
For sure.
After yesterday's adventure, no offense, James, I'm really wore out. Yeah, me and the guys went to Vanwert Reservoir, as we talked about on last week's episode. We went yesterday, how long were we actually out there? I always said 8, but I think it might have actually been 7.
Yeah, because we got there right around 9, and I think we pieced out about 4, so that'll be 7 hours.
Yeah, good 7 hours in some amazing conditions. How much fun was those conditions?
Well, it was only, 36 when we got there? 36 degrees outside?
Chilly.
Yeah, chilly is what I wanted to have that entire time.
It kind of kept going up and down a little bit.
It did. The sun's coming out, getting covered.
I think we had good sun for 2-3 hours in the beginning. Not much clouds.
I would have said probably around 11 to 2. I think we had more sun, or 1. I think it was 11 to 1 actually. Because near the end of it, near the end, so we got to about 4 o'clock, and then it seemed like from after 1 to 4, it seemed like it was nothing but coverage.
Yeah, it was solid coverage from then on out, and then it just kind of got cold, and you didn't know what
started
you wanted
picking
to
up.
If you wanted
Yeah.
beanie.
Yeah.
Luckily, we didn't have rain. That would have been about the only other thing that would have made it worse.
Oh, my beanie came off 3-4 times, and back on 3-4 times.
Then, not to mention the fact that the water level was down by 5 feet from normal.
Oh
For
my
sure.
goodness. We traveled over so many rocks. My arch of my feet today are absolutely just screaming. It's not even I'm not walking anywhere today. I'm crawling.
Yeah, pretty much.
But as you guys notice here, as you're listening to us, we're talking about all kinds of stuff other than about catching fish. That's because me and Kyle did not catch anything.
I think I got a nibble, but that's about it.
You got more than I did. I got a rock, maybe a stump, and that was about it.
Yeah, you guys lost lures no tomorrow.
I did
lost
lose one hover bait and 3 chatterbaits.
I said 3 chatterbaits.
Yeah, 3 chatterbaits. But I will say I did catch 4 fish, so I'll take that trade-off.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, because me and Matt, we didn't get nothing. I was like, at least James would have fed us if he was out in the boons and needed food. At least he would have caught us something. We wouldn't have been starving.
Yeah.
So
it was rough.
Yeah. As far as tales of the week go, that's my tale, because that's the only real fishing I did this week. Well, the only catching I did was I got 3 nice little largies and 1 decent smallmouth. He was a long boy, but he was a bit skinny. So it only came out to probably a pound to a pound and a half on that guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Me and Kyle went out the day before, so Thursday. But anyway, Kyle, you caught one today, so you have something fishy to talk about.
Yeah, I caught one from there. It was right after you left, and I had to call you. It was a little. I believe I caught that on my spinning. I don't know if we want to talk about that subject right now, but we'll get into that, what I caught it with later. But yeah, I caught something.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I went out one other time earlier in the week, and I think I caught 2 on a bellows gill.
Yeah, that's where
nothing.
I caught it with as well.
Oh, okay. You're on the bellows gill as well. Nice, nice pond bait, man. Very nice pond bait. Very, very nice. Well, I think you had the green pumpkin chartreuse color on.
I also did something different. So for popping it, I was swimming it, and I didn't know you were supposed to pop it, and I caught one swimming, and I had Matt's jaw drop.
Yeah, I didn't anticipate that. I haven't seen. I mean, I know you can, but like I haven't been able to pull that one off. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for everybody's fishing week. James, I think you get to have the lure light this week because I think we're going to talk about what you had good luck on at good old Vanwert yesterday.
Yep. Well, I did catch all 4 of mine on the same bait, so we will talk about that a little later.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, today I think we were going to go over. We had alluded last week about talking about our rod and reel combos, kind of our setups, talk about what we use them for, and maybe talk about brands we like moving towards. If you gentlemen want to move on to that, I'm down.
Seconded.
Works for me.
All right. Well, I think we talked about in the green room before this, as alluded by James last week. I have the most, so I'll go last.
Okay. So rock, paper, scissors, James? No.
It's up to you. If you want to go. If not, I will.
Which one are we starting on, boys? Are we going to start with our spinnings, or are we going to start with our bait casters?
Dealer's choice.
Well, I guess I'll go for this one because this one I might know a little bit more on, maybe. I do have for the bait caster, I have a Shimano. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, an SLX reel. It's pretty nice. Got it from Matt, of course. He'd probably know a lot more about it than I would. But I'm on a rod with a Defy black rod. It is 7'5". High power. Lure weight is about 3/8 to half ounce, excuse me. And then line weight's between 14 and 25 pounds. And honestly, it's like a heavier rod, I would guess, Matt, right? Like a frogging rod?
Yeah, so that was my original frogging rod, I do believe. So you have a heavy, I believe it's a fast action.
Yeah, high power,
13
fast,
fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah. So that's gonna be your traditional like frogging rod, heavy pitching rod.
It's a very good round rod, honestly, and I've really enjoyed this. It doesn't have a lot of wiggle to it, but I'm telling you what, guys, for a good cheap rod. How cheap was this rod?
So I think I got that for like $60 back in the day.
So honestly, for $60, it's probably one of my favorite rods I've had so far. Because I'm telling you, it's super sensitive. You feel a little nibble, you feel it. For the bucks,
yeah, that one.
You bang for your buck.
That
for
one
sure.
was pretty good. What's your ratio on that SLX?
The ratio.
I can't remember. I want to say it's a 7:1 to 1.
I think it's 6:3 to 1, and it says, I'm looking it up. It says HG, which I'm not for sure which one that one is.
I can't remember.
The Shimano HG. It had that one. It's a different reel. But yeah, I'm thinking this one's the 631. Excuse me. 6:3 to 1.
A little bit of a slow gear ratio right there. And then, so why don't you give us your spinning too? Because I feel like your guys' are going to be a little bit shorter than mine. So
well, because I'm not very informative on mine, but I try to be. You know what I mean?
So I know what you have. You've got the Daiwa Fuego as your spinning reel.
Correct.
And your rod is that Berkeley, like,
it's a
I can't remember. It's like lightning rod.
Yeah, it's a lightning rod. Yeah, it's a lightning rod, Barkley.
Yeah, we just bought it just so you had something to put on there.
Oh, yeah. But I do love the spinning that you got me. The Fuego LT 2500D. It's honestly around $120-$130 right now. I mean, honestly, a lot of people would say it's good for its value, for a heavy, for something that's for bass and more like trout or something for that weight class.
I mean, the reel itself is light as can be. I know
Right.
that much.
Yes, it is.
Watch out though, you can bend it.
It is yes. I was talking about that. The reason why I bought this reel was because my father stepped on it.
And bent the handle.
And bent the handle, so I felt so bad. I think I gave Matt $80, but then that same night I had another reel and rod, which I can't remember what it was, but then he stepped on it and it was nighttime and he broke it. And then he tried to give me back $20-$30, and I was like, buddy, just go buy me a new rod with the $80 I got gave you. Yeah, and then we bought this, and it was honestly the best $20-$30 rod for the value.
I mean, if you're looking for something to just walk around and beat around with, it's not terrible at all.
Right, something you're not going to worry about, like something you could throw down, but I wouldn't really honestly throw it because of my reel, but...
Yeah, because it'd probably shatter into a million pieces.
Yeah, it's, I'm not for sure what kind of, I think it might be carbon. Is it carbon?
Ooh, it might be aluminum on that one. I'm not sure. It's been a minute since I've
it's almost
had
like
that
plastic.
It's light.
It is very, very light. But I think that's all I really have to say about my stuff. I'm not really informative on it, but, I gave it my best shot.
Hey, you know what? So we all started out as beginners. I mean, if it was me, I'd upgrade some of those, but, I mean, that's something for you to look at later on. That heavy, you need a medium heavy. You need a medium heavy.
I do like that rod. The rod, yeah. I do like
it,
honestly.
That's what my kid uses. He's got a medium heavy Defy Black rod. That's what he uses. He's used all year. He's definitely cranked some in this year on that. You could stick to that rod if that's what you like. 13's got some other higher brand end ones that aren't bad, but if you want to stick to that, no biggie. But I would just go down power because you might be a little too stiff and be missing out on some bites because you're not feeling them as well as you could feel them on a medium heavy.
Right. Well, I've never experimented. Everything I had have been hand-me-downed or bought and hand-me. So it's bought and handied.
Purchased in the handied way.
Yeah, I have plenty of handiwear. So I need to go out and actually go experience, but that's why I get to talk to you guys, and and that's what we're doing now, is just informing me, the new guy, I guess, pretty much.
There's definitely some beginner brands that I think are very beginner friendly. We'll get into some brands, I think, after we discuss what we have.
Yeah, honestly, every hand-me-down I have between the Fuego and then with the Shimano, them two right there are like competitors.
Yeah, the Shimano, that SLX is really nice. That was a previous reel of mine. Yeah. That one is nice. All right, James, on to you, sir.
All right, so I am starting with my baitcaster. I go out there and I rock a Lew's speed spool. It's the Lew's lowest reel, basically. It is a 7.5-1. I love it. It was my first bait casting reel that I've had, and it's been a workhorse for me ever since. I have issues using other bait casters, and I had bird nesting all the time. Backlash like crazy. This one, it just has been working like a champ for me. I run it on a Dobbins Fury series, 7 foot. It is a medium heavy, but feels more like a straight medium. It's got good bend to it and good sensitivity. I run a little higher. It says it's rated for a 10 to 17 pound line. I run a 20 pound fluoro on it. Cigar Red Label is my preferred. And I basically throw anything and everything on this that's got a weight. I don't go weightless, obviously, but I'll throw jigs, chatterbaits, weighted T-rigs, pretty much anything. But yeah, that's my all-day, everyday workhorse. For my spinning combo, I also run a luge reel. It is a luge speed spool, but it is the Hyper Mag 300 series. It's been my second spinning reel. My first was a luge as well. And I like the luge brand. They just take a licking and keep on ticking. I rocked, and actually on my bait caster, the Fury series, I will give credit. I got that from Matt on the rod and loved it so much. When I went to upgrade my spinning combo, I got a Dobyns Fury for my spinning as well. It is a 7 foot as well. I run a 10-pound Beyond braid on my spinning to a I'll differ between an 8-pound to 10-pound leader, but I also use the Beyond Braid brand fluoro for that most of the time. If I'm out, I'll just run my regular Seagar on it. And I use it for most of my weightless applications. I do say I will throw some micro jigs on it, like a micro chatter or... actually, I think that's the only micro jig I throw on it. A lot of
you use ball head jigs.
Yeah, ball head jigs. Ball heads and yeah.
You specify what is a ball headed jig?
A ball head is just a simple small ball weight at the front of your hook. And generally you use a paddle tail or like a mooch minnow on the end of it.
Okay, good information.
Now, here's some great information for you, Kyle. Dobyns rods. Yes, I've used Dobyns rods for a while. I had one I used this year as well. It was like one of my spinning combos that I mainly rocked for most of the year. And the funny thing is the tip of it broke within the first 2 weeks of me ordering it, and I used it for 3 months with no tip and caught tons of fish on it. So, workhorse. And affordability, it's just not there anymore, unfortunately. Do you know how much the Dobyns Fury series is now, James?
No.
It's $150.
I went up 20. They were running 130 when I picked them up.
Yeah, but still, like, that still like felt like a budgeter rod at 130. I can get you a better rod, in my opinion.
I think they still have a Dobyns $100 rod.
They may have worked into a new brand that I don't know of, but yeah, I hadn't heard of one yet. Because I was looking on, while you were talking about Dobyns, I was actually looking on Tackle Warehouse, and no, I mean, they have an $89 one, which is the Colt series, but
that's the one. I wouldn't try it personally, but I really like the cork look on the Dobyns Furies, and the Colt does not have the cork.
Yep. Good old EVA, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. I do have a third combo. It is my Froggen setup for topwater. I actually run an Abu Garcia on this Revo X, which is a 7.3-1, surprisingly, and I'm not honestly a big fan of it. I bought it to use on another rod and didn't like it, so it got turned into my Froggen reel. It does okay, but it's just not... It doesn't feel as good to me as my luge does. But since it's my topwater reel, I do run 50-pound Beyond braid on that. If you haven't noticed, if I'm buying braid, it is Beyond braid.
Yep.
Just, yeah.
I love Beyond braid.
Yeah,
why wouldn't you switch? Why would you use any other? What were we using before we found Beyond? J braid?
It might. It was probably Suffix, honestly, because that was a long time
See, I
ago.
remember using J braid before I was using Beyond braid. I love Beyond braid. Now I will say, if you want a cheaper version that's kind of still pretty gosh darn good, Reaction Tackle Their braid from Amazon, dude, I've used that this year on one of my combos all year long, and I've had no problems. And I think it's like $9 for 300 yards.
You said it has color loss though, as compared to
there
the
is.
Beyond braid.
It's not really color loss. It's more like color absorption. So let's say like if you running through a cheese mat and you've been doing that for a few hours, yeah, it's going to turn like brown.
Okay.
But that's only, I don't know for all of them, but I was using white, so that could also play a factor. So I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. And I rock that. My frog and rod is a St. Croix Bass X, 7'4", heavy power. It says fast action, but I'll tell you, this thing's like a tree trunk. It does not give much bend, but that's because all I use it for is topwater, and it doesn't need to. It needs to have that backbone to get that hook set on a frog.
Frogging's lame.
It is. It's lame and boring when you're not catching.
It's 100% lame and boring when you're not catching, which has happened to us all year this year, but that is okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my 3 combos.
Nice. So I think it's a well set of combos. I guess that means I'm going to go into mine. I will also start with my bait casters. So my first one is my all-around like go-to bank beater everyday workhorse. It is a Fenwick Eagle medium heavy fast action 7'3". It has a lure weight of 1/4 to 3/4, which by the way you can get over 3/4. I definitely throw a 1 ounce swim bait on this rod easy, as long as you don't go like crazy. I pair that with a Shimano Corrado DC 150 in the 7:1 ratio, and I just like to point out I have all my bait casters in a left-hand retrieve. It's not because I'm left-handed, that's just because it's easier for me. For this rod and reel combo, I'm going to use this for predominantly anything that is a single hook, and what I mean by that is no treble hooks. So, for instance, I'm going to be using spinnerbaits, chatterbaits, jigs, Texas rigs, free rigs, a plethora of just single hook applications. That's where this combo really shines for me. I can really drive that hook if it's in an a Texposed plastic or if it has a weed guard. So that's super good for that. That's what I'm using that bait caster for. My other bait caster combo, to be honest here, this rod is going to be replaced next year. Just wink, nod. But the rod is a Favorite Pro Series 7'3" heavy. It has a lure weighting of 3/8 to 1.5 ounce. This is also my frogging setup. It's paired with a 13 Fishing Inception 8:1 ratio reel. Get those real fast reel handles, get that frog back in. I'm also been using this year for bigger swim baits, and that's why this combo is going to change up next year, because I'm going to use it a lot more for swim baits. So either I'm going to change that rod up or maybe just get a whole new combo. But anyway, the rod itself, I'm just not a huge fan of it. It's a little more parabolic than I want for frogging. I like it, though, for swim baits because I want that little more parabolic, that little bit more bend. I'm pretty sure it's just a fast tip on that one, not a extra fast. I could be wrong. I would have to double check, but I think it's a fast tip. But yeah, that's all I'm really using that one for. And for swim baits, I'm really just using the single hook swim baits. Again, like maybe like a Citizen or Mag Draft, something like that. Unique Lures, Gilly, something like that. So what I'm going to do for swim baits. And of course, frog of your choice of frogging. Booyah's got a really good frog. So yeah, those are my bait casting setups. My spinning setups are a little bit different. I've got a Fenwick Eagle 6.6 medium extra fast lure rating of 1/8 to 3/8, paired with a Shimano Neck Save 2000, and I don't know the gear ratio on the spinning there. But that reel and rod combo I use for my Texposed and my jig baits for my spinning. So like for instance, I like a smaller free wig, but with that hook being Texposed, it's a little harder to set that hook on anything lighter than a medium personally. You really got to drive it in, so I like the medium for that. Or an EWG Ned, I like it for that as well. Jigs with a weed guard, I also like this combo as well. Really nice for setting that hook. A little bit more of a backbone when you're doing that. So that's what I'm using that combo for. Then my all-time favorite spinning combo this year, I think, so far, is my St. Croix Bass X rod. It's a medium light, 610, fast action, lure rating of a 1/8 to 1/2 ounce. I have that paired with a Shimano Stratix 2500. This is my exposed hook rod, so like Ned rigs, your traditional Ned rig, wacky rigs, Nico rigs. Can't think of any other exposed hooks right now. But anything where... Oh, drop shot. Mainly this rod's been a Nico rig rod all year long. It is amazing. You don't have to do anything with this rod to set a hook. You just kind of like lean into the fish real nice and easy, nice reel, and I mean they get pinned instantly every single time. I have fallen for this rod. This is my first St. Croix rod. You guys may have noticed through listening, the Fenwick was a double take. I have a Fenwick bait caster and a Fenwick spinning. Fenwick, if I've found this year, has been one of my like really go-to rod companies. Like for goodness sake, I smashed that bait casting rod into a tree. I went to set the hook on a jig fish, and I did not realize I was super close to a tree, and I just mollywopped it into a tree, and it handled it like a champion. But that's all my combos. The other, common theme is Shimano's. I like Shimano's. One of my favorite reel companies I've ever encountered.
You used to buy Daiwa, didn't you?
I did. I still like Daiwa. The only thing is I go back and forth. I think it's just the model. Like the Daiwa Tatula series, A1. That's a great series of reels. I recommend them. Shimano Curados, recommend them forever. Stratix, forever. Kyle's Daiwa Fuego, I love that one until his dad stomped it to death.
Technically, it still works.
Nah, it still works. We just bent the handle back.
It's just the handle that got bent. And nothing broke on it. It's just it got bent on the handle.
Yeah, but bent like a C.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, how's that DC reel doing for you over there, Matt?
We're not going to talk about it.
Yeah. I really thought you was about to throw something in the water near the end of the journey that we had
fishing
yesterday.
Trip yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Apologies around, boys. Matt gets rather grumpy when he
no, I press away.
It is. You should have seen Papa when he wasn't catching fish.
It is the way.
I
feel it. No. I feel it, though. I really do. I was upset, but like I said, I'm happy to see somebody come out victorious.
No, my DC, my Shimano DC, I believe the bearing in the reel is absolutely just gassed. I'm definitely going to get that repaired. Dude, it needs more than oil. I think the bearing itself is, broken. I'm going to need a new bearing. I'm just going to send it into somewhere around here. I'll have to find somewhere that will do rod and reel repair. I wonder if Cabela's does.
Well, I know we've got a few places around here that do.
Yeah, I'll find somebody. That...
that one's worth repairing.
That'll be able to repair it. Yeah, that one's worth a repair. The neck save that just has sand damage to it, it's not worth it.
No.
I think I'm just gonna replace that one. Maybe we'll see.
At the price point, you'd be paying the same amount to repair it as you would to buy a new one.
Exactly. If I was, and then I get the option of replacing it with something better if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just end up doing that instead of just
hanging on the wall,
sending it out. But the DC, it definitely needs it.
Yeah.
Well, boys, I think that was it for our rods and reels. Companies you want to shout out? I'm shouting out, like I said, Fenwick. I think the Eagle series is only like 109, 119 for their rod. Definitely a great rod. Shimano SLX, I think, is an entry point. Shimano reel at like 99 to 120, somewhere right there. That's a great reel to get into.
It is a great reel. I love it. I never had really a problem with it, and I don't even have a. I even learned how to bait cast on this, and it wasn't that hard.
And then James is going to tell you to buy lures, and I'm going to tell you don't. But
Yep. I know you don't like the lures, but they've worked well for me. That's just my personal preference.
I think it really comes down to what works for you. If you buy a reel and you're like, I like the way this looks, I think it's going to work well, and you go out and it works well, and it works well for a while, and you're like, this is great, then you know what? Stick to it. But if you buy something and it sucks, well, move on to something else.
Yeah. Play around.
That's
Play the
exactly
field.
what I did. Yeah. Return that stuff. Instantaneous.
How much is a return policy?
What?
Like a
What
few
Matt
days.
does
Depends,
is
I
you
guess.
sell it to your buddies.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, yes, you do.
That's what I do.
Yes, you do.
I sell everything to my buddies. Hey, but you know what? I haven't sold anything to you guys this year. I sold all my stuff to people on the internet.
You did.
Yeah.
Shout out people on the internet.
Not that you didn't try
He
us
says
first.
applying to fishing community.
Well, you know, I did try to you guys first because y'all are the righties in the room. I'm a lefty.
Yeah.
Well, with us already being done with our combos and everything, let's go ahead and go into the lure light, James.
All right. So, lure light this week, we're going to be talking about the Z-Man scented jerk shad. I caught all 4 fish out at Vanwert on a Z-Man scented jerk shad in the 3.5. Color-wise, that day I was using the deal, but I do like their. They have a perch color that's real good. Really, I don't think Z-Man makes a bad color in my opinion. They all work well. I did catch one of them on a hover hook. I wasn't a fan, honestly. I didn't like it personally with a jerk shad. You can rig them in a lot of different ways, but I like a simple finesse hook. Either nose hook it or slide it
Crackhead
on
rig it.
like a rig. Yep. I will do that quite often. And just work it just like you would a jerkbait. And it does wonders. You get that nice injured bait fish movement out of it with just a couple quick pops and then let it fall. They fall nice and slow. Couple more pops, they get that erratic twist out and then just fall again. They like to hit it on that pause. I will say with conditions we had yesterday with that little bit of wind, I was not feeling the bite that much, but they still bite it. You don't really lose it. I prefer the Z-Man scented over other weightless flukes just because that scent does seem to do the trick. Matt will tell you, he was throwing around a weightless fluke yesterday and wasn't catching anything.
Gotta rub that in, huh?
Just a little bit.
Oh boy!
Just, emphasizing the scent is key on these as well. What am I missing here, Matt?
What sizes them scented jerk shads come in?
So they come in 2 different sizes, the 3.5 inch and a 5 inch. I do have thrown the 5 inch a bit. Our fish aren't eating that big of a bait fish right now, it seems, in my opinion. I have got quite a few catches on the 3.5 inch, though. It's just that right tasty size for any fish.
Are you putting any weights or anything in those?
So that's, yep. I do use my rattlesnaker, and I will put a little weight in on those if I'm using just a regular finesse hook to give it a little bit more weight. It still falls nice and slow. And if I'm feeling it, I will also throw a rattle in them as well to give it a little bit of that nice rattle every time you pop it. It drives them crazy. They're great to, if you've got a nice grassy area, they're great to throw in, and you can pop it more faster so that you're not letting it fall as much, and you can keep it above that grass, and you'll pull them right out of that grass and catch them all day.
Yeah, I mean, I was throwing the freeloader yesterday and I wasn't getting bit. I was just simply not getting bit. Going the same retrieve as James, same areas. James seemed to be going parallel to the bank, kind of towards it was almost like a light drop off from the rocks, and then it goes to the more of back to the banks, and then slopes down a bit, and that's right where he was going. And he would just jerk, let it pause, jerk, let it pause. And I mean, I followed the guy. I tried to even get ahead of the guy,
right.
and it didn't matter, you know. And then even gave it to James to Kyle the same lure, and Kyle couldn't even get hit. Now that he was using a different color, correct?
Yes. Yeah, he did have the perch color on that one, whereas mine were all the deal.
Maybe they were keyed in on the color you were throwing more than the presentation. I'm not sure, but yeah, you got bit and we did.
Yeah, I know. I was throwing top water, which was color. Weird. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so weird watching those fish come blowing up on things. I couldn't believe it.
That's why it made me want to throw top water for a little while.
Yeah, but it didn't work out.
No, it did not.
Did the same thing.
And it was pretty bad. You've seen them blopping like every minute. Boom, there's one. Boom, well, there's another. Like, damn, it's cold outside, guys.
Yeah, well, speaking of that, I gotta dig out my lure graveyard from yesterday. I have so many different soft plastics I tried to throw yesterday that's just chilling in my backpack.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, James, you covered it all. I mean, that tactic is a tried and true tactic, and those scented jerk shads, from what you've been showing me over the last month, because you've been using them other places, is they're a very feasible option. My question to you is, do you think using a weighted EWG would be also a good option with those, or just a weightless EWG hook, like worm hook?
You could, yeah. I don't know if you'd get as good of a jerk action as you do out of a finesse hook, but it would work. It'd still give you practically the same presentation, yeah.
And we just went over your combos. What combo of yours are you throwing that on mainly?
Oh, spinning all day. If I was throwing the 5-inch with a couple extra weights in it on my baitcaster a little bit. I prefer the spinning combo, honestly, for the jerk. For the flukes, it just works.
If you could do it, I'd recommend trying a belly-weighted, like, beast hook, or like a VMC belly-weighted hook, or some kind of belly-weighted EWG hook on that 5-inch one, and see if you like the action. I think the jerk action would be insanely good, because it's going to fall more flat.
Yeah.
So when you jerk it, you're going to get a fall, but it's not going to fall like nose heavy, like you're probably getting with your current setup. You're just going to get like that flat fall down. So kind of just like almost like a glide bait motion. But
I'll definitely give that a try. I've been looking for something different to use those 5-inchers on.
Yeah, and then that also gives you the ability to throw it on your baitcaster.
Yeah.
It's not going to be so.
This might be a stupid question, but is there things that you can't throw on a baitcaster? And is there things that you can't throw on a spinning?
Okay, well, this isn't a dumb question, but it's a deep question. But I'm happy to answer it for you, Kyle, and this is why we have you on this show. So the question you're having basically comes to what you should throw and what you shouldn't throw on a baitcaster, and what you should throw and what you shouldn't throw on a spinning, and that is all relative about.
So this just be another subject or
No, it's easy to answer. All right, it's good. Yeah. So easiest way to describe it is it's based upon what lure weight your rod can handle. Mm-hmm. And then what action your rod is. So, for instance, if I have a treble hook bait I'm never going to try to throw it on anything above a medium, because the medium is going to provide the parabolic I need to bend enough to pin that fish on those treble hooks and without ripping it out of the fish's mouth.
Right, okay. That's what you're saying.
If I get... Now, the heavier you get, the more of the ability it's going to have to just pure force of the power of that rod to pull those treble hooks out of that bass's mouth. So in my mind, what happens is I look at it this way. So for instance, I have a medium-heavy spinning combo. I'll throw treble baits on that, but I'm not really going to throw a jig, because I'm going to have to really, really set the hook. I'm not going to throw sometimes heavier plastics, because it's just not going to handle that power.
Okay.
There isn't one lure that you can't throw on one and you can't throw on the other. But it's all just comes down to that weight class, right?
Okay.
Like, you're not going to throw an 1/8 ounce ball head jig on a medium heavy bait caster.
No.
It's going to have, you're just going to have a terrible time of throwing that. It's going to be no fun. Right. No bueno, no bueno, no bueno.
Okay.
All right, James, you got anything else for the lure life for us? Got any other tips and tricks for it?
No, I think that about covers everything I've used it for.
Nice. Well, hey,
I do like to pre-rig mine up a little bit. I will say that. Taking a page out of Matt's book there, I'll take a few, weight them up, and rattle them up if I want to, and put them in a little side container. I will say it helps out a little bit to do all that handling when you're not out on the water, when you can wash your hands right afterwards, because that scent does get everywhere.
Oh, but it doesn't smell like Fritos?
It does not smell like Fritos. It's not necessarily a bad smell like a strong garlic or anything, but it's...
I think the Fritos smells worse than the garlic. I mean, it's just so
I like
strong.
The Fritos.
I smell the garlic, but man, that Fritos, whew, you smell it.
When I get done with a G-crack bait, I just let it sit in my car. Just I like the smell.
Oh, I thought you just drop one in your bottle of water and shake it up and let it sit for a little bit.
Yeah, real pungenate. It's funny. All right, well, hey, I figured another fun thing would be to talk about tonight, since we were going over rods and reels. Are there anything that you guys are wanting to get next year? Anything you're kind of like eyeballing to maybe either add to the arsenal, upgrade? Anything you guys are thinking about to put into your lineup?
If we're talking like realistically, I have.
Well, yeah, realistically. You're not winning a lottery.
No!
With the creeking we've been doing this year, I have been throwing around the idea of a BFS combo. So I can take a bait caster down into the creek with me instead of a spinning.
I like it.
I've looked at some nice Cast King, because they're a little on the cheaper side, and I've heard really good things about them.
Which Cast Kings are you eyeballing?
Give me a second on that one, because I don't remember the exact one.
Okay, I don't
either.
Yeah, that's cool. But I got another question then. While he's doing that and figuring that out, for the bait caster, is it more for for the side end of the boat? Because I feel like sometimes my spinning can go a lot farther than my bait caster.
Well, again, I think it just really depends. The baitcaster, there's a lot more to dial in to get that range, right? You've got your brakes.
Yep. Okay.
You've got your braking system. You've also got your, I don't know the name of it. I don't want to sound stupid, but basically the system that, you know how when you set your lure up, when you click it, your bail open, and how fast or slow your lure drops. Mm-hmm. So with all those systems in play, is why you're getting shorter and further casts. Mainly is probably your braking system. Okay. On your spinning, there's no braking system. Once you open that spool
top part,
up,
right? Just to tighten and
it's just open.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's your drag.
Right.
That's your drag, right? Mm-hmm. So that's not going to do anything to your line as far as casting. So So if you got a heavier lure on, like the max capacity that your rod can take, and you cast it, you're going to get a super far distance if you whip it out there with your spinning. As far as with your bait caster, you might not, because just the braking you have set up on it isn't working.
Okay.
It's working against you more than for you.
So there's different braking systems for the bait caster depending on the model?
Yeah, you got weight. There's I think there's like 3 or 4. There's magnetic, centrifugal, and digital braking systems. I'm pretty sure is your main 3 braking systems. And
I'm guessing the digital
is
the chip, correct?
Digital is the chip mainly. There is newer things come to the market that don't have a chip, but it's still digital. I don't exactly understand how that technology works, but I mean, it's all preference. I recommend if you're becoming a beginner, I suggest starting out with magnetic, because it's just something, it's going to force you to learn how to thumb that spool.
Right.
If you start with like a DC reel, like a digital control reel, you're going to get a little handicapped because you're not going to be used to thumbing that spool, and if it comes down to it, you have to use something that doesn't have it, like a Buddies, because you're broke for the day or something.
Right.
You're going to be handicapped.
Yeah, how is my Shimano? Is mine magnetic?
No, yours is centrifugal. The SLX is a centrifugal.
Okay, so how does that one work?
It's by adding and subtracting different weights on the spool.
Okay.
So there's a mechanism on the inside that has a weight system.
Yes, I've seen that.
And
you showed me
yesterday. If you push it in, it adds the weight to the spool. If you pull it off, it takes it off. And depending on how many you have on and how many you have off is changing how much braking there is and how much there isn't.
Oh, okay. Okay. Nice. Thanks for the information. I'll let you continue with James.
We'll see if you found it.
Yes, I did. It was the Casking Zephyr series as their big finesse series. The lower end. And I believe the rod I'm looking at for that is also a Zephyr series rod.
Yes, it is. I think both of them are the same.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
And I'm looking at a 2-piece, like a 6.6.
Ooh.
It's a nice short rod to take into the creek and have that castability. A little better aim with a bait caster in there. That is my realistic want for next year, I do believe. I'm still kind of deciding on it or not. I really enjoy the creek fishing, so it would be a nice upgrade to the creeking experience.
Yeah, and it isn't that bad in price either. I think it's like all in all like $150 for the whole combo.
Oh yeah, yeah, because the reel is under 70, and I'm pretty sure the rod is too. You're looking like 140, 150 with tax. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good deal, you know. May I offer you an upgraded version of that if you were to, or is that like your? So you said that's your realistic. What's your unrealistic? Like, what's your?
My unrealistic would be like a new bait casting rod, like a 7-foot St. Croix Victory series. Oh no, sorry, the St. Croix Bass Black series is, I think, what they call it. 7-foot, medium heavy, and to pair that with the new Lose reel that just came out. If you haven't checked it,
are you talking about the Hypermag?
Was it the Hypermag?
Is that what it's called? Hold on, I'm gonna take a peek. Kyle, while we're doing this. What about you, buddy? Is there anything you're getting into?
I'm not very informative on the brands and everything else. Like when James was explaining his, I have no idea. I know what a Lose is, of course, but you know, I mean, I just don't.
Oh, you're talking about his BFS? That's a bait finesse system. It's made for throwing smaller, lighter lures on a bait casting system, basically.
Okay.
So basically, think about he's going up in the creek and he's throwing small tubes and he's throwing like small jigs and whatnot on a bait caster while I'm using a spinning combo, basically.
I got you.
Yeah. I figured you probably wouldn't have any, but if I were to recommend anything for you, I'd recommend getting you I'd recommend upgrading that rod, that bait casting.
Right,
rod.
right.
Upgrade to like a maybe a Fenwick or a Dobbins or
I think it's just going to be a day when me and the boys just eventually go out, and then I'm going to have one of y'all help me.
Oh yeah, when you got money and you're ready to go, just
Yeah.
let me know. We'll scoot up on to Vance, and we will get you what you need.
Right. Hopefully get me right. It doesn't. I mean, a lot of things don't have to be expensive. You can make inexpensive things work perfectly. It's just as well as probably.
So listen, this is my golden rule. I don't know if James lives by this, but this is my golden rule. I spend more money on a rod and less money on a reel. Now I know that sounds ridiculous when I just said I have a Shimano DC and it's like a $280 reel, but I still like to spend more money on a rod because you're gonna get. That's what you feel the bite with. You
Right.
don't feel the bite with your reel.
Right. I think that's why I have a little problem with my Barkley. I mean, it is nice, but it's
Berkeley.
In Berkeley, excuse me. I think it's too bendy, and I don't feel it. Like I have to feel it a little bit more when it starts to really curve to a C, kind of. You know what I mean? Like it really has to. It's kind of hard to explain.
I think it's just a cheap rod.
I mean, it is.
I think it's just
Yes,
a cheap
it is,
rod.
and I think I need to replace that. And then, like you said, if I need to switch from this heavy, which I might just keep, there's nothing wrong with my.
No, keep it.
Yeah, for a
Keep
frog.
it, but upgrade it.
Right, right. So I might eventually upgrade 2 rods.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
So I think
See,
that's my plan.
my want for next year, so you guys know what my want for next year is. I want to be able to throw, because I thought about the BFS route as well as James, but I decided no on it because...
On the what? Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't know. Yeah, is that the one you just said to me earlier?
That James was talking about.
Yeah.
He was thinking about getting a BFS combo. I thought about doing the same thing for next year,
Okay.
but I decided against it because I enjoy taking the spinning out. But I wanted to get something, I wanted something I could throw small bass presentations. Mainly my Nico rig on a bait caster. That's what I wanted. So what I'm putting together next year is going to be my new Nico / weightless bait caster rig. And what I'm going to get is if you want to look at it, Kyle, you're more than welcome to. But what I'm getting is a Shimano X Pride B casting rod. It's a 6'8", light, fast action. So super light. It's going to be able to throw your super light presentations. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, yes, it is lures from 1/8 to 3/8 ounce. So it'll be able to throw those super light presentations for me. And then the reel, to be able to do that, I'm going to get the Shimano Corrado 70 MGLK casting reel, which has a shallow spool, and it'll allow me to throw those lighter lines. So I'll be able to throw that on 8 pound, 6 pound, 8 pound fluorocarbon with a super breeze.
Hell yeah! You said the MLG, the M what?
The reel is a Shimano Corrado 70 MGLK.
MGLK. Okay. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, it'll be a nice little combo to put together.
For sure. Like I said, I've had these two as my firsts, and I really enjoy them both. My Fuego and the Shimano.
It's not a terrible start.
No.
Not a terrible start.
I mean,
you could have
$100
started with
is
a Barbie rod.
Right, but both of them easily are $100 reels.
Oh, 100%.
So.
But I'm saying, you could, if you wanted to start out a new combo, you could get a medium heavy Fenwick Eagle or a Dobbin Fury or something like that, and then get a $99 Shimano SLX, and you'd be good to go. Or, travel down the path, try Lose. You might like Lose like James, and they're even cheaper. Just don't get Abu Garcia. They're terrible.
You keep telling me that. Is there a reason why? Is there a reason why you want to bash this brand?
Yeah, because I just don't like their product. The reels suck. The rods are even worse.
I love to hear it.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
What is your favorite brand?
Rod
yes.
or reel?
Rod. Let's stick with Rod.
Both. Rod? Okay. My favorite brand of rod in current state is probably going to tell you Fenwick.
Fenwick. I don't think I've ever... Which one is that one on with your setup?
I have both. I have a spinning combo and I have
so I've used both. Is it that light medium?
No, that's my St. Croix, and that's my first St. Croix rod I've ever had. So I'm not going to say they're my favorite rod brand when I just got into them, but the Fenwick I've had for predominantly the whole season, and it's been a beast. Because my Dobbins broke, but I kept using it.
Yeah, that's what you said with the tip broke. Yeah, I thought you was going to break your tip at the where we was at yesterday.
Oh, at Vanwert?
Yeah,
you guys, I thought... Oh, poor James was... I could hear James in the background when he was like, I think Matt's going to be ready to leave.
He said if he loses that, he said he's probably done. And then I see you tying it on. I was like, look, James, he's tying it on.
Yeah. I think I threw like 3 more times.
Dude, James had me rolling because you was like, my knees and my legs. And James said, if I hear it one more time, I'm calling him.
That's amazing.
I started rolling, just smiling. I had to control myself because I didn't want you to like stare at me. I was
well, who did I go fishing with the other day?
I thought it was great.
Was it you, James, when we went to Quad Park in the rain?
Yeah. I forgot we did go.
So I went with James.
These were killing, though. I would say, though, we did walk a mission yesterday.
No, me and James went to Quad Park in the rain, and I fell, and I landed on my left knee like super duper hard, and it's been bothering me ever since. And just walking up and down on those rocks all day yesterday, my left knee was killing me.
That's great.
That's why I'm not. That's why the rest of the day today, I'm not doing a gosh darn thing other than playing Borderlands 4.
So, Matt, it is not the Hyper Mag or the Speed Mag. It would be the Custom Pro.
The Custom Pro?
With the new Paramag ITB braking system.
That's what it is. That's where I got the mag from.
I would literally have to see a picture to be like, oh yeah, I know, I can see that. Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Although I just found out they have a cheaper one, the KVD Elite, that only runs $180. That also has the Paramag in it.
You can stream your display on Discord so I can see what you're talking about.
Except for it's a Paramag RX braking, whereas the Custom Pro comes with the Paramax ITB, which is an inertia transfer braking system, which I think is their new braking system, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. No, you're right. I think it came out last year at ICAST, and they're just now putting it in some more reels.
Yeah.
No, Kyle, I need to like me and maybe next week we'll take either I'll take you out or James and I'll take you out or one of us will take you out. Somebody should take you to Vance.
I've not been to Vance, but I have seen
it's the Mecca
online stuff that they have. They do have quite a variety of sales.
It's a Mecca.
It's very nice.
It's way better than Field and Stream was.
Yeah. It's just a little further away for me than going to Cabela's.
Yeah, but man, Cabela's, man, you just get hounded the whole time you're there. And they sell nothing but Cabela's and Bass Pro Shop branded crap.
No.
Like, did you see the, 10-inch glide baits that are Bass Pro Shop brand?
XPS brand?
Yeah, dude. I'm going to buy those so I can have the fish of a lifetime bite this and it just fall into pieces. The hooks just bend out, snap off. Terrible, dude. Just terrible. That's one of my biggest recommendations. If you're just starting to buy tackle, do not buy Bass Pro Shop brand. It looks cheap for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, at least go for like Strike King.
Yeah, there's a good starting like cheap brand. Strike King pretty much has all that you would need for starter brands. I also think Z-Man's a good starting brand too.
A Z-Man is everything. The brand.
Probably. If you guys had to pick one brand, only one brand to fish for the rest of your life.
Well, lure-wise?
Oh, no. Everything. Like, you can only use that brand. Well, like, okay, yes, lure-wise.
Yeah, I was like, Z-Man doesn't make rods and reels, man.
Yeah, so everything lure-wise. So, like, hooks.
Great.
Z-Man.
Plastics. All of it.
Z-Man. They sell most hooks and lures I would want, and and I love their elastic plastics.
I think I might say Rapala.
That does get you the Crush City, so I don't blame you.
It gets you Crush City, all VMC products. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of VMC, but I mean, their Redline series is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd do that. But that's just only because I can't get everything through G-Crack.
Right. I think mine would have to be your guys's, because I can tell you what, I slapped like, I think you was with me, Matt. We both caught like 23, 24, and if I could constantly fish like that, with that, I think I'd be happy constantly. Every day if I went out and caught 20 fish, hell yeah, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I'd be a lot better mood than I was yesterday.
For sure.
Alright, boys, anything else you get next year for rods and reels?
I think that's it, rods and reel wise.
I think I'm going to get me a lot more lures. I do need to find me a lot more stuff, except for plastics.
We're going to go, I think next episode we'll try to do lure talk. We'll pull some brands out that we recommend for specific different types of lures. And we'll maybe just gear it toward recommendations for Kyle.
Yeah. I mean,
we could do that.
Yeah, it works.
I like that idea. We just all think of some, me and James. Go through some different brands that we've found that got good things.
Yeah, that's fine. And then I can ask questions how they work and how they present themselves.
Well, if we're going to be wrapping up here, boys, you know what time it is. It's time for those Would You Rathers.
Sure, yep.
Shall I take the lead again?
What was that, James?
Shall I take the lead again?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right, well, let's get right to it, boys. Would you rather fish only from a boat or only from the bank for the rest of your life?
I think, honestly, I'd probably have to go boat, because at least I'm in the water and I can get the in-depth and outside depth at the same time.
Yeah, but like if you're going boat, you can only go on lakes. So like if you found like a nice pond or something that you want to hit up.
True. You're right.
That's the big one there. It limits you to the different waters you could fish. But, bank beating, real hard to go hit one of those big lakes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think I'm going bank beating. I'm going ponds. I'm going bank beating.
I love being in a boat. I love being on the water. But fishing wise, I'm going to go with Matt. I'll go bank beating. I'll go pleasure cruise on a boat and not fish and just bank beat the rest of my life if I had to.
Yeah, I mean, I'll swim out to the middle of a... Because also, like, you can get a paddle board. So you get a paddle board to swim out in the middle of the lake and swim on.
Well, I guess you can always use a floating dock. I mean, technically, it is on the side.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I mean, if that's available, yeah, I guess I gotta agree with you guys. A floating dock would be nice.
That would be. be better than some days standing on,
Yeah, well, at least it
sharp
gets you out
rocks
there.
and-
Well, yeah, for sure. Or sitting on rocks, or trying to bend down and trying to grab stuff, and trying to fall backwards or fall forward.
Yeah, not fun.
Not fun.
So if I remember last week's episode, it was Kyle next.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're next, bro.
Okay,
It's all you.
Pull this up. Da, 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 da. Would you rather have your favorite pond stocked every season or left completely natural?
So either stocked every season or just left natural every season.
Correct. Because it can always fluctuate the possibility of the smaller fish are getting eaten by the bigger fish, the newer fish. So it'd be constantly, technically, be newer fish in it every year, but you wouldn't know how many it was. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying?
I think I see what you're saying. I think I'm going with the stocking, though, because even if that stocking isn't surviving, I think it's been proven that your bigger fish know where the stocking happens, and they will sit there and wait for those fish to be stocked, and they will just eat them.
Right, and then they'll be full, and then at that point, it's going to be harder to fish.
Yeah, but they're just going to get fatter, and I've just got to fish for fatter fish. So, yeah, all right, I'll find them eventually.
Okay. James?
I'll go with that because you're going to stock once a year. So, yeah, they may get their feed on early and not, right around stocking, they might be harder to catch because they have been feeding in full. But later in the season, yeah, you'll have bigger fish that are feeding again.
Okay. I feel the same way. I mean, you might as well. You know what I mean? At least you have different varieties of different fish in there constantly.
Yeah. Especially if you get to pick what's getting stocked.
Right.
I was about to say, do we pick what's getting stocked? Now that changes everything.
I mean, if we're stocking it, yeah, I guess you would get to choose.
Because I just stock it with trout, and then my fat bass are eating trout.
I'm telling you,
I've trained
perch is
them to eat
expensive.
trout. Now that I've trained them to eat trout, and now I just gotta go throw a Huddleston all the time and just whop them on trout lures.
I thought you was going to say chicken liver.
Chicken liver.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say,
Well, they're not carp. You only chain carp on that.
Such a good joke. All right.
Alright, my turn on the would you rather. So, would you rather fish with no rod, or would you rather fish with no reel?
I guess I'd rather fish with no reel.
I'm going to go no rod and Spider-Man style it.
Spider-Man style it. See, that sounds interesting.
Uh-huh.
See, I'm with Kyle on this. I'm doing no reel because you can bring the line in still, but you'll feel the bite with the rod.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of.
Yeah, I would just tie it off at my handle.
Definitely going that way.
I'll put one little guide on my middle finger, Spider-Man style it through that guide, and then I'll feel the bite on my finger.
Oh, I've seen that before on the internet.
Dude, I've seen that, dude. I was hoping that fish was going to break his middle finger off.
That'd be hilarious. I'd die laughing.
Because he threw it this way, Spider-Man did, and then, like I'm saying, if you put his middle finger down, oh my god. I was just waiting for it. I have seen that. That's great.
That's great. Alright, James. Back to you, my friend.
All right. Would you rather go fishing alone and catch, one or two, maybe 4 fish? Or would you rather go fishing with your buddies and get skunked?
I'm going alone. Because I did that yesterday with my buddies and was terrible.
You're terrible.
No, I would get skunked with my buddies. I had a good time yesterday. It just was terrible getting skunked.
Oh, you was upset.
Physically.
Mentally.
Oh, you felt that.
It was not great. I was sitting on that rock contemplating many things.
Yeah, I thought me and Kyle might have to swim out and get you out of the water.
Not that far. What about you, Kyle?
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you.
Oh, so you're gonna agree with you love getting skunked.
Yeah, I just love getting skunked. I'm happy to see somebody getting it. I mean, honestly.
But why couldn't it have been us, Kyle?
I know.
Why couldn't it have been us getting it?
I know. I'm sad.
I'd have traded with you at any point in time.
I mean, you could at least share
All
a
right.
fish. You could have been like, hey, grab my rod. But I would have slapped it out of your hands.
Kyle's like, let me take a picture with one of
Yeah.
those so people think I caught it.
Get in that reservoir. Awesome.
Alright, Kyle, you're the next, my friend.
Alright. Would you rather pull up a snapping turtle, or would you is going to bite you, or would you rather pull up a dildo that has a condom on it and hooked?
Oh boy.
Mm.
Wow. And I have to remove said items.
Yes, and have to remove these items by hand.
Oh man.
So I think I can answer this one pretty easily.
We're definitely fishing by James.
Oh, you have no gloves. You have no protection. It's bare hand or nothing.
Oh, well, see, now you just crushed that, because I would have thrown that pair of gloves away.
He got you.
I had to say it real quick before you could answer.
Okay, you said no gloves?
No gloves.
Okay, so...
no
just swinging it on the
appliances. I
bank,
said bare hands.
cutting that line with my bare hands. And tying on a new hook.
I like your
That's
optimism,
amazing.
but no.
Oh man, I'm going for the dildo.
Yeah.
I had to throw up
Because I'm not
in
getting
there.
bit,
Sounds
dude.
better
I'm
than,
just not getting bit. I'm not getting bit.
Not by a snapping turtle. I'm sorry.
Not by a snapping turtle. I'm not. You could lose your finger.
Oh, dude, you
I'm
can
not
lose
doing
more than one finger.
that. At least with the dildo, I just gotta wash my hands off.
Exactly.
Or if I'm fishing with Kyle, I just run after him with my hands.
I'll
and
just
try to touch
rub it
him.
against your teeth.
Just chase them around with it dangling from your rod.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
I mean, just cast that thing back out there.
I'm
You
sorry,
might catch
guys.
a big
I'm
one.
eventually going to at least constantly try to throw in one funny one each time.
I figured after the first one.
Oh, that was boring. Kind of boring it was. Yeah, I gotta be realistic on one.
All right. Well, I guess we're all picking up a dildo off of our line. My would you rather? My last
I
one.
love it.
My last one is, hold on, I had them pulled up and then my wife texted me and then now my notes are gone. Alright, here it is. Would you rather fish only winter and spring or only fish summer and fall?
Let's think summer and fall.
So that means for spring and winter you're not fishing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That means no bed fishing.
That's what I'm thinking. That means no bed fishing and no spring
spawn.
Doesn't mean that you still can't bed fish.
spring bite.
I mean, I know.
No.
But hey, yeah,
You're not fishing in that time frame, which is the time that they bed. So you're not bed fishing.
I know, but honestly, I love a topwater bite than I do bed fishing.
Oh, for sure. Topwater bite is the superior bite. It's just harder to get.
Yeah. It's easier to get in the summer.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
agree there.
I'm going summer.
I'm gonna go summer and fall as well, just because the amount of time fishing I feel like you're gonna get more of. Because
Yeah, I'm not going to get
Winter
skunked
fish-
for 8 hours.
And in our location, winter fishing is nearly impossible without ice fishing.
Yeah.
I've
heard about
if
your
I
guys.
could move, I might take winter and spring. If I move down south, like Texas or so, where I can fish through most of the winter,
Right. I've heard
I might
about your
go that
guys' winter expedition.
Phew.
Oh, our ice fishing expedition, the only one time we've done it here in Ohio, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
That's,
Might have been different if we caught something, but you know.
Oh, we did! I snagged a
that's
absolute
right.
minnow in the head.
that's even greater.
I forgot about that.
It's funny.
No, I don't. I have the picture still.
That's your PB
I mean, you
ice
gotta
fishing.
remember. You gotta remember your first ice fishing catch.
Right.
See, okay, I'm torn on this one because originally old Matt used to hate fishing in the summer, but this summer I actually did a really good. So I'm also gonna go summer and fall because I hate winter. So I will give up just that spring, but it does pain me to do that because spring is one of my favorite times to go fishing. I hate fall fishing is what I'm coming to find out, though. That I hate.
It's because our fall is so weird. I blame it on Ohio weather.
It's just so weird. It's just weird, period. But I guess that brings us into the next week. Are you guys doing anything fishy next week? I don't think we have any plans of anything fishy amongst each other.
No, we don't.
Nope, not as far as I am aware.
Huh.
I'm trying to see what
Yeah,
the weather
same.
looks
Set in
like.
stone with these weather.
Yeah, it's waiting on the weather. I'm thinking I'll probably do my normal get out a couple days after work. Maybe go once over the weekend, but I was gonna try to get out today, but my legs are killing me after yesterday, so I'm just gonna chill. And I might go out tomorrow, but tomorrow is the kid's birthday, so probably not.
I mean, he wants to go fishing on his birthday, right?
Probably not.
Yeah, he wants to go drown in the pond on his birthday.
Except this video won't be out before his birthday, so he won't hear this. So my wife's sister got him 4 of the 6th Sense Trace swim baits that we have.
Ooh, so he might want to go fishing.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, because he got 4 of them. I told, like, if he gets 2 in the color I want, I'm stealing one. It's been a blast. You guys got anything else you want to say?
I think that about covers the week.
Yeah, hopefully we
That
do
does.
some fishing this weekend.
Yeah, and if we do anything fishy next week, listeners, you'll hear about it. Otherwise, follow, like, subscribe wherever you're listening to the podcast at. Otherwise, everybody here, from us here, I should say, tight lines.
Tight lines.
Tight lines.